In today's NFT tutorial, we're going to list an NFT for sale on OpenSea. And while it's not an overly complicated process, there are a few things to keep in mind which we will cover as we go. Alright, so once you've navigated your way over to the NFT that you'd like to sell, we'll go ahead and hit the Sell button in the top right-hand corner. As you can see here, we have the option to create a fixed price or a timed auction. But for this example, we're going to stick with the fixed price option, meaning that we're going to list it at a set price where someone can come and purchase it without having to bid or fight other people for the NFT. So first thing we're going to do is enter the price that we'd like to list it for. And when it comes to deciding on the amount that you'd like to sell your NFT for, there are a few things to consider. So for starters, how much did you originally pay for the NFT? In this example, I paid 0.125 for the NFT and then approximately 0.015 in gas. So if I wanted to make any sort of a profit, I would have to list it for a minimum of about 0.15 ETH due to the service fee charged by OpenSea, as well as the creator fee, which you can see down at the bottom here. If we were to list at the same price we purchased the NFT for, we would actually lose money. So definitely keep those fees in mind. Next, you'll want to check out the floor of the NFT's rarest trait. So if we head on back to our NFT, just to look at its details and all of the information associated to it, we can head down and look at all of its properties. In this case, the background is quite rare, as only 1% of the NFTs found in this collection actually possess the trait. So let's go ahead and click on it to view what other people are pricing it out for. As you can see here, there's only 109 items in the collection that have this kind of matrix looking background. And if we hit the Buy Now button on the left-hand side, we can see that only 5 of these backgrounds are currently listed for sale, and they start at 0.3. If we were going to sell this NFT at 0.32, for example, making it third on the page, we would make roughly 0.16 in profit. So if I grab my calculator here, and we go 0.32 minus the 6.5% in fees, we would get back 0.2992. And to figure out our profit, we would have to then deduct however much we spent on the NFT in the first place. So I spent about a 0.14 between the NFT itself and the gas. So if we go minus 0.14, that gives us a total profit of almost 0.16. So in this case, selling at a 0.32 sounds good to me. It's not undercutting the floor, and I'm happy with the profit. So once we're okay with the pricing, we can go ahead and enter it into the amount field here. And it's nice because OpenSea actually tells you the amount in US dollars as well, just to give you an idea as to what the conversion will be. It's also important to check out the US amount because there are unfortunately situations where people put in the wrong amount by accident. I have seen many instances, unfortunately, where people have put, a 0.15 instead of a 1.5. So definitely check out both the amount in Ethereum as well as US dollars. All right, so next we have the duration, which is the length of time that we'd like to list this for. Now by default, it's giving me a month, but I can go ahead and change it to a day, 3 days, 7 days, and so on. Or what I find to be more useful is a custom start and end date. So we'll go ahead and leave the start date as is, which is right now, today, as well as today's time. And then perhaps we only want to sell it over the weekend. So today's Friday, we'll go ahead and make the end date, let's say Monday morning. And we can even set the exact time. So this is the exact time that the listing will expire and come down if it hasn't sold. So I'm going to put 8 a.m. Monday morning. And then that way, once the weekend's over, I can come back Monday morning and reassess whether or not I want to relist it if it hasn't sold. Next, we have options like sell as a bundle, which in this case we will not be doing because we just want to sell it individually as is. And then you can also reserve for a specific buyer, which is handy if you've made a deal with someone, perhaps on Twitter or someone that you know, and you want to sell it to them specifically. You can toggle that feature on if you'd like, if that is the case. But if you're just listing kind of for the general public, Go ahead and skip that option. And then let's go ahead and just do a quick review of our listing before we hit the complete listing button at the bottom. So again, to recap, we're just doing a fixed price here, that price being 0.32. Again, have a quick look at the US dollars just to make sure that you didn't make any mistakes. The length of time I'm fine with. Everything looks good over here in the preview. We've got the 0.32 over there. And it looks like we're good to go. I'll go ahead and hit the complete listing button at the bottom left. Now, if you've never listed an NFT from this collection before, you will have to pay a one-time fee to kind of kick that off. But if you have listed from this collection before, which I have in this instance, it'll simply ask you to approve the listing. So up here in the top right-hand corner, a MetaMask pop-up has opened. I'm going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit sign. And this is basically just approving the transaction. So I'm okay with selling this NFT on OpenSea for 0.32. And that's it. It says the item is now listed for sale, as you can see here. You can either hit the View Item button or simply just click outside of the box there. And it'll take you back to the NFT, which is now listed for sale. If you'd like, you can go ahead down to the traits. And as you can see here, our NFT is now listed for sale. And we can see it amongst the other NFTs within the collection. And that's it. Your NFT is now listed for sale on OpenSea. If you found this OpenSea tutorial helpful, please do give us a like and subscribe. And definitely check out nftsweep.io for more tutorials, news, and NFT events.